Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be discussing car insurance refunds from the coronavirus pandemic. I love to just throw out tips and information for all of you to go out there, save some money, make some money. Today we'll be looking at saving some money, 15% on your car insurance or more, guaranteed as long as you're with the select few insurance carriers. But a couple weeks ago, I made a video talking about if you should cancel your car insurance. Went through a couple things that you can look into to save some money. But long story short, you shouldn't cancel it flat out. There's a lot of other ways that you can try and see if you can get some refunds or premium relief during these times. Lucky for you, as of today, there are dozens of car insurance companies out there offering premium refunds or credits now due to the money they're saving from less cars being on the road and less accidents. So back when I made that video, there were only about 2 or 3 insurance carriers giving refunds, but now as you've seen, there's a lot more, and I'm going to walk you through what you have to do to get it, what companies are offering what, and some other things that you can consider during these times. So it looks like this trend has just begun, but right now 9 or so insurance carriers on this list are offering premium refunds. These are big name players such as Allstate, Geico, Hartford, Farmers, a lot of the more popular and larger car insurance carriers that most people have probably heard of. Now, most of these companies are offering the credit or refund in a couple different ways. The first is just a flat refund. This can either be calculated by a percentage basis or just a flat dollar amount, either per vehicle or on a per policy basis. Another method that I've seen being used is a statement credit. So if you have a renewal coming up, they will apply some amount of credit to your next renewal. If you cancel the policy and move to another insurance carrier, I'm not sure how that works. You might want to check with them or with your agent to see if you will be able to qualify for that credit. And for now, most of these discounts or refunds only apply to the months of March, April, May, June, whereas other companies have said that if this crisis or pandemic drags on and the companies are still seeing some amount of savings, they may issue more refunds and credits in the future, but that's to be seen depending on how things play out from here. So just know you won't necessarily get this going all the way back to January, early February, or get it beyond what has been announced now. We're just looking at a couple months time frame based on the carriers that have come out and made statements so far. But like I said, this is subject to change just based on how the crisis evolves. So just going into more detail down on this list, we see Allstate's offering about 15% of premiums for April and May, and this will be a cash refund. Whereas Geico's seeing about a 15% discount on 6-month policies that renew between April 8th and October 7th, 2020, and 12-month policies between April 8th and April 7th, 2021. They say this discount is going to be applied automatically at renewal. So this is where I said earlier, if the policy is not renewing, you're going to another company. How does that work? Probably have to check with Geico on that. And we see here Nationwide not going the percentage discount route. Auto insurance customers get a one-time $50 refund for each policy they have with Nationwide. So this is per policy. Whereas here, American Family Insurance is offering $50 one-time payment for each car. So as you can see here, the amount of refund does vary widely between what company you have. So definitely check with them or with your insurance agent to see what kind of refund you'll be getting. Now, note a lot of companies have specifically come out and said you don't need to do anything as a policyholder to get the refund. This should be processed automatically, but I'd still go double check with them to see when you can expect payment, and if anything's delayed, when you should reach out and follow up with them. We know like some things they tell you they should be issued immediately. You don't have to look into it. But since times are a little bit crazy right now, things might get lost in the shuffle and the chaos. So just follow up with your agent or insurance company to make sure you're getting the refund that you're entitled to. So the refunds that each company is offering is pretty straightforward and simple. But now I want to take some time to just talk about the differences between different auto insurance companies and carriers, and to bring up that this might be a good time to look at switching. In my previous video, I talked about shopping around, either working with an agent or just on yourself, doing some shopping, seeing if you can get cheaper coverage elsewhere, especially if you're driving less or you think you can save some money going elsewhere. But now is a really good time to look at your car insurance company, your policy, and see exactly what they're giving you. Just for this video, I'm not looking at the customer service, the claims experience, all of that. I'm just talking about the response during the COVID-19 pandemic and what they're doing to help policyholders out now. We see some insurance carriers such as Chubb offering 35% premium reduction for April and May, and they may even include additional discounts for subsequent months as the situation warrants. Chubb claims that the average credit is about $110 per vehicle. So right off the bat, if you're a Chubb policyholder, you're feeling pretty good. You're getting 35% off, about $110 per vehicle. As I mentioned earlier, some companies such as Allstate's only giving a 15% discount on April and May. We also talked about the nationwide $50 one-time refund per policy. And the per policy refunds aren't as clear. If the coronavirus crisis lasts all the way until the end of this year or even to early next year, things aren't going back to normal as soon as we may think. Are they going to revise their policy? Are they going to change that to $50 a month or per vehicle? We don't know. Whereas other insurance carriers have come out and said, like Chubb, we're giving you this money. If the pandemic drags on, we'll adjust accordingly. So as a policyholder now, you're probably feeling like you should be getting a refund, and depending on what company you're with, you might think that you're entitled to more. So this goes back to talking about shopping around, seeing what's best out there for you. Before we move on, I just want to touch upon another point with these refunds. I don't want everyone to go out there and just jump the gun on this. Look at what companies are giving the most money right now, because it depends, like I said, on where you live, how that company is performing, and where they're located at. My initial thoughts when looking at Geico were not that great because they're only offering a 15% credit, and I've looked into it more. If you do cancel your policy, that credit will not apply to you. They're calling it the Geico Give Back. But upon further inspection, Geico's offering this 15% on the entire 6-month policy period upon renewal, whereas other companies are only offering 15 to 20% discounts for the months of April and May, or maybe April through June. So this gives you more savings over that 6-month time frame, but you do have to stay with Geico. So this might seem like a great opportunity to give some money back, but at the end of the day, a lot of this is a business decision, and insurance companies definitely are looking at this as a way to either retain customers or to attract new customers. So speak with your agent on what is the best option for you moving forward, and do some of your own research to see what exactly would be the best option for yourself. This is a really good time to see what these companies are doing and get a glimpse into how they're treating their policy holders. Now, there are a lot of different factors in play here based on how much actual savings each company is seeing. This might vary from companies to company if they're operating, and especially for more regional insurance carriers, risks in a certain area might be different than larger carriers which are spread out across the country or throughout the world. But if you're with someone who's giving a small refund or no refund at all, it may be time to either give them a call, give your agent a call, ask them what's going on. I'm not using my car. And in certain places, it has been proven and studied. Another thing I do want to touch upon is the premium collection part and cancellations due to non-payment. If you are having an issue with paying your insurance premiums, each insurance company will be handling this a little bit differently based on where they operate and what their policies are. So if you do have an agent, give them a call, let them know what's going on so these things don't hit you at the last minute when you're getting that notice your policy is going to be canceled, you can't pay up. Be proactive and reach out, or if you don't have an agent, reach out to your insurance carrier directly. A lot of carriers are being proactive. They're trying to help out their policyholders as much as they can. Some are offering payment extensions or delays and telling people that if you can't pay for these couple months, we will not cancel your policy so you can still have coverage in place. And also on top of that, at the state and government level, insurance commissions around the country are issuing orders related to premium refunds or cancellation notices, delaying payments, things like that. These will vary state by state, so check with your state insurance commission or insurance board for more information on what your state is doing. But with all this said, at the end of the day, you will still have to pay your policy somehow, unless more legislation is issued or orders are issued to allow premium forgiveness or debt forgiveness. You will still have to pay that money owed at the end of the period. Some companies are spreading this out throughout a period of time, but just keep that in mind before you take your stimulus check and invest it, gamble it in the stock market. Budget that money and just think about how you'll be able to pay that off. For example, if you're not paying for April and May, you might be stuck with the entire bill for 3 months in June. Or if they spread that out throughout the rest of your policy term, you're going to have higher monthly payments for the rest of the year or for the next couple months until your policy renews. So definitely plan out ahead of time so you don't just put this off and then have a huge bill hit you a couple months from now when you have to pay up. And to end this video, just following up on the theme of shopping around, looking at what companies are doing. If your insurance carrier is not offering any refunds, not offering any payment relief or payment delays, your agent's not able to help you out in any way, trying to cut down your premium or renegotiate your rates because you're driving less or you don't need as much coverage as you did before, it is a great time to shop around. Insurance carriers know that if they're not doing anything, people are going to leave. You know, I think if I was with an insurance carrier, let's say insurance company A, I've been there for 10 years, I paid on time, no problems at all. We're seeing everyone else giving, 10 up to 35% discounts. I'm not getting anything. They still want me to pay that bill at the end of the month. That's just going to make me think like, why am I even here? I've been a loyal customer. I'm out. This company's giving me 15% right off the bat. I'm saving money now. I found a new agent that's able to answer my calls, respond to my questions. It's a perfect time to switch, do some shopping, and I can assure you a lot of agencies and insurance companies would love to have your business right now because they know that if they don't do anything to help their policyholders, to help their customers, people are going to leave. Significant savings is on the line. Geico's ad 15 minutes could save you 15% or more is true now more than ever. Just taking that 15 minutes to give a call to your agent or to quick Google search for another insurance company can definitely save you 15% or more, especially during this pandemic. So don't be shy. Set aside some time to go through your policies, go through your premiums, look at what's out there, look at what other people are doing, connect with your agent, connect with your insurance carrier, and figure out if you can see some great savings from that. But thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. Like the video if you thought this was helpful, able to save some money off of it. Love to see some savings for you guys. Stay subscribed for more videos, saving money, insurance tips, all that good stuff. Stay safe out there. Thanks for watching. Peace out.